The Faded Podcast with Darren and Oscar.
Alright, microphone check. 1, 2, what is this? This is Faded Podcast. We're being consistent this time. For once.
Yay!
Can we say that Phase 4 was not good? At all?
I stopped giving an SHIT when Venom got sent back to his own universe.
Yeah. I think out of all of them, I think I've seen 3 of them. Out of all of them.
I think I really only saw Spider-Man.
Yep, and this.
And it still pisses me off that Venom got sent back to the Sony Spider-Man universe. he belongs in the Tom Hardy's Venom belongs in the MCU. I know he was only there for the mid-credit scene, but he became the best. Yep, that was enough time for him to become the best MCU character of all time.
Yeah, they should do something with it. They might do something for the next Spider-Man, probably.
I hope they can get Tom Hardy to voice the Venom symbiote in Spider-Man 4.
Literally.
Or recast Scorpion with Tom Hardy and have Scorpio Venom.
Yeah, they had Michael Mando as Scorpion, but they did nothing with that. And I like that actor. So I seen, the new Spider-Man, the 4 movie. I regret that. And now Black Panther 2, which I kind of regret that.
Well, I'd say it was the thought that counts. I liked it as a tribute movie.
Yeah, like literally beginning and end was tribute, but in between it was boring.
And the moment Ironheart appeared on screen, I was like, they should just make it an Ironheart movie.
She had no reason to be in it. That's the problem.
Yeah, just make an Ironheart movie.
This is the thing. Marvel's movies nowadays, or even Phase 4, just have all these unnecessary characters in there, or even the new characters who have no reason to be in there, only just to hype them up for their own movie, their own project.
Yeah, and going back to Venom for a second, remember the mid-credit scene in Let There Be Carnage? And then he didn't appear in the actual No Way Home movie.
Exactly.
That's the only reason I saw the movie.
You just for Venom. You're a Venom stan.
Well, I mean, you would too if you saw the movie. Like Tom Hardy held the entire movie together.
I have not seen the Venom movies, but
yeah, watch him for Tom Hardy's performance.
I will watch it for Tom Hardy's performance.
Good.
Because he seems like he's the star of the show. He's like the reason to watch it. And I like me some Tom Hardy. I like him in. I don't think I've hate any performance from Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, even with Bane, he he proved to be an underling in the end of Dark Knight Rises, but he gave a good performance. Tom Hardy did.
Bane slaps. I love Bane. Man talking in the Pringles can the whole time. But anyways, back to the topic. I said this before many times on the podcast, and I'll still say it now. The first Black Panther movie was not my cup of tea. It was not for me.
I didn't even see it, and I only saw this one because I knew we'd be talking about it.
You didn't see the first one?
No, but I
at all.
It flew by me.
I feel like you would like that one.
Yeah, I thought I would too, but luckily I did get to see some of the other MC movies that had Black Panther in them, and honestly, he was really good in those movies. Like his introduction in Civil War
He was really cool in the Civil War movie. That's how I think a lot of people go into him.
Also, when they went to Wakanda in Infinity War,
Yep.
I definitely felt bad when Black Panther got snapped away. I mean, they lost their king.
Yeah. So that's the thing, because the first movie, they thought he died being thrown off the waterfall, and in Infinity War, he got snapped, like everyone else, and now, in this movie, he's forever gone, like, my condolences. So, they're getting a bad rep, so they did not expect this to happen, like, in the movies and in real life, so this is like a really big tragedy for Chadwick Boseman, and they play it off in the movies that he didn't want to tell anyone, kind of like real life, he didn't want to tell anyone his illness, so it was a big shock to the whole world about it. So yeah, big rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. He pulled off a good performance, no, not good, a great performance, and a big impact to a lot of kids who look up to him. And I will say, like, you know, the Iron Mans, the Captain Americas, who are household names, I say Black Panther is top tier, one of them as well, because these are like kids who look up to them and want to be them, and who appraise them as well. So I think Black Panther nailed that. And I can understand like why Black Panther first movie is an impact. It's like a cultural event. It's like a time when everyone comes together and we're all happy, we're all celebrating a really fun movie. It may not mean I have problems with that first movie, but I can say it is fun. It's a fun movie. So, but this new one didn't need to exist. There's no reason for Black Panther 2 to exist.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to watch it in memory of Chadwick, then you can just find the beginning scenes and ending scenes leaked on YouTube.
Yeah. I'll say what the movie did well. The tributes to him in the beginning and towards the ending. I think that was really good. It was like a moment of silence sort of thing. And they had a good music score. And most of the actors, they did their job really well. They did well for what the script gave them.
And I honestly, as I said, I honestly liked Ironheart's role. It's just that I think that she should have just started with her own solo movie in this case.
Yeah. And then another problem people will say, this is a female league, all women movie, which we don't care about. We said this before in the Prey movie, we don't care, like, this is not a Mary Sue sort of thing. But I don't care, I wouldn't mind, but all of them are acting the same. They all don't have personalities that stand out. They all just, all in this big monotoned, scripted bullshit. So that's my only problem. It's nothing to do with the women, it's just the way it's written in the characters.
And the actors are just doing their job with what they're given.
Yeah. Well, shall we begin this? You can already tell I really don't like this.
From the beginning, of course.
Yeah. So, you know, after the tribute to Black Panther, so the sister, who is now in charge of it now, but she doesn't really want to, or she doesn't seem like that sort of leadership person. And then there's something to do with fish people, who have been in hiding for so many years or something. They've been hiding from the public. And then they came to, you know, the mother, talk about some stuff. Maybe they had history with the Wakandans and the fish people. Probably some beef. I don't know.
So when did this movie turn to Aquaman?
Yeah. This is I'm not gonna lie, the first 40 minutes of the movie, I was on my phone. I was not interested. I was not invested at all.
I'm gonna be honest. I took a bathroom break when all the heroes got to Wakanda, and like before the fish people invade Wakanda.
Yeah. It's like
And I haven't taken a bathroom break during a movie for a year now.
yeah, because you get that feeling you want to hold that shit in if the movie's that good. But if it made you get up and you don't care what's being missed out, that's a problem.
Well, I care more about emptying my tank.
But Wakandans still refusing to give out their own vibranium to the world, worrying what they'll do. Even though that was the thing in the first movie.
Wait, it was?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, the first movie, there's T'Challa, and then there's Killmonger. The highlight of the movies are those two, because they're so opposites of each other, and their goals make sense. It works. So T'Challa and his dad, they killed Killmonger and his dad, which turned out those fathers are brothers. So the Killmonger dad killed. Sorry, T'Challa's dad killed Killmonger's dad. I don't know the name, sorry. Because he was gonna bring vibranium out to the world to help them, because they're struggling in the world. And Wakandans could have easily done that, because you think, oh, they're super nice people, but they don't. They're trying to be more secretive and hiding from the world and the government. And so he killed him. So there's reasons why, the sons are very humble by their fathers and try to not disappoint them. That's what makes it work. So these cousins are going out against each other, and they're trying to take the throne.
Yeah, it's a villain with understandable motives.
Yeah, that's why Killmonger was a good villain.
Yeah, they clearly were trying to emulate the understandable villain motive in the second movie.
Yeah.
With the Fish King. I already forgot his name. The guy with the wings on his feet.
Nemo, Fish Dude.
Or like he was born from a mutation, like his mother had some healing herb while she was pregnant, and he has wings on his feet. I guess the thing was Red Bull or something.
Yeah. Yeah, there's moments where I'm like, okay, I get if it's in the comic books, he has wings on his feet, but sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board, because that looks stupid on camera. That looks stupid on the big screen. That looks like DC shit they would do, fly around and hop in midair for some reason. It's
what Rick Riordan did in the Percy Jackson books, with the winged shoes.
That gave me that sort of vibe, yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and given that Disney owns the movie rights to Percy Jackson now, it's could make for a good crossover.
Oh god. So the sister and that royal guard, I think they went out to do a mission or something.
Oh, you mean the bald girl?
Yeah. So they went to find whoever invented the vibranium detector, because that's how the fish people almost came to get it, or they did. Who knows? I can't see shit on the big screen. And then
it turns out it's a girl in college who we later find out is Ironheart.
Yeah.
And that's where the movie piqued my interest.
I mean, I didn't know who Ironheart was until now, and I didn't know if she was going to be a big part in the movie. And then she was just a little too gimmicky for me.
Yeah, side character.
Another side character thing, and then, finishing the movie now with the whole Ironheart suit and all that, I was like, please don't replace Tony Stark. I know what they're trying to do, trying to replace everyone with the new generation. least.
Well, as long as as long as it's not like a full replacement, and it's just maybe just a new character in this new phase, then that's fine with me. It's as long as they don't oversaturate the new character.
If it's Marvel, they would oversaturate that.
I think we're already jinxing stuff.
Yeah. So,
God damn it.
Yeah. They go on a bridge, and the fish people who, try not to be seen from the public, they get on the bridge. It is nighttime, so you think no one would be there, but, someone gotta be seeing the fish people. And then they kidnapped the sister, and then Royal Guard goes back to Wakanda. She got fired because, the girl's gone. Pretty sad. The fish people took sister to this underwater palace. I cannot see shit. It's too dark in the ocean. I don't know what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen a scene this dark since Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah. The fact that the Aquaman movie looks better underwater.
Yeah, I
Come
mean,
on, these are fish people. You're trying to make us see their civilization, see how they're living. And everything is dark. Everything doesn't look fun.
I mean, like, seriously, this isn't supposed to be a horror movie.
Yeah. And then they go to Cape Verde, and then they exchange information. The mother, then Namor, about stuff, and then I guess they gave back the sister to them.
No, they like snuck in and busted her and Ironheart out, and they attacked a garden, and the sister was like, "Wait, let me heal this person first," and then the person that was breaking them out was like, "No."
No. And then
just heal her first, goddammit. Yeah, that I remember that kind of pissed me off. Are we really supposed to be rooting for Wakanda afterwards?
I'm starting to think Wakandans aren't good people. Like, they're not giving away their vibranium, which are powerful, piece of technology that could save lives. I think Killmonger's right. and then what? The invasion on Wakandans. I think that was a cool scene. So they have these grenades. When they throw it, it shows the big splash. The water effects do look really good. I give them that, especially in slow motion. And when the people are drowning, it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, despite that being water bombs, they proved to be very powerful.
Yeah. And, it looked tragic, it looked really good, and then... Honestly, I did not expect this. The mother to drown, and she died.
And
I was like, damn, they really did that.
Yeah, and she went out a hero and saved Ironheart at the very least.
Yeah. I didn't expect it, then I realized the more I think about it, I'm like, okay. For Marvel to, get the characters motivated, any of the side characters with non-superhero powers, they can easily kill them off.
Yeah, I mean, if it worked with Spider-Man, then it'll work with the person who becomes Lady Black Panther.
It would, yeah.
Yeah, so it's, and then she's like, you know what, I guess I'll become Black Panther now.
Yep.
And
she's the only one in the bloodline. Yet.
And she injects herself with the serum that she makes from T'Challa's DNA, and she gets to see Killmonger.
She basically 3D printed that. She did some sort of sciencey stuff, and the first movie they burned it all, so no one else can have the powers. And somehow she just got it. Out of what? Just out of the DNA. Oh god. And they're just making stuff up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna question the movie anymore. It does what it wants.
Yeah. I think the thing is, she is not the main character. There's like her and another person and Ironheart. It's like her, Royal Guard, and Ironheart. All three of them are the main characters. It's not just her, she's not the Black Panther. I'm starting to think like if she should be the Black Panther. Like I know it's in Bloodline, like she has to, but there's also the combat fight they have to do to take the throne.
Yeah, and apparently she's just perfect day one.
Yeah. What happens? What about M'Baku? He would be a good. He would be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point where she becomes a Mary Sue.
Yeah, which it is hard to defend that. I have to sadly say.
Yeah, maybe if she was struggling a bit more, then I could be more forgiving.
But the thing is, even with the Black Panther suit, which I did have problems with, how they're a little too indestructible. So they can be tossed around and shit, but they don't lose powers like that. But she can still suck fighting, but as long as she has the suit on, she's fine. It's like the Captain America shield, but it's a suit.
You know what kind of makes me think more of the Venom symbiote. Maybe that's where the piece of Venom from the No Way Home made credit scene went after it left that bar in Mexico. While it's on its way to New York to find Spider-Man.
Give them the symbiote.
Yeah, it's like,
Hey, before I go to New York, I think I'll go to Wakanda and see Black Panther.
and then maybe the symbiote ended up being the thing that killed Black Panther.
No. And then
and then it's like, oh shit, this part of the MCU fan base is going to hate me now. I'd better get out of here before they raise their suspicion.
Don't want to be cancelled.
Being cancelled is Morbius's job.
I'm gonna stay off of Twitter. Like M'Baku, I think barely in this movie. Like he's the side character. I feel like this would have been a perfect moment for him to like be the Black Panther. Like he'd been wanting to in the first movie. He did the trials and all that. He failed, but he still helped out towards the ending. And they joined forces together. So he could have been next in line, and it could have been a good moment for him and his people. Also,
yeah, they were too busy making it about family, and this is why we can't have actually nice things.
Yeah. And there's no Martin Freeman, like he's barely in it. He played a big part in the first movie, and now he's just the guy who takes phone calls, and he's in meetings. That's all he does.
What a waste.
Like, literally, it's just all the female lead actresses. Again, not a problem with that, but I like the ones with the good characters and good motivation.
Which the ones they used clearly were not.
And then, okay, she gets the suit on, and then they take action. They go to the ocean on this big boat. They have this technology, kind of like thumping, kind of like sounds for the fish people. And they have whales, which is cool. One tries to jab the thing that's preventing them to come forward or something with the noise. They all climb up, and then they all try to poke them to get off. And then you get the flying Nemo dude. And then And then you get Ironheart, and then you get the Royal Guard in the suit flying around, going underwater to save lives. It's all very not grand because it's not on land, it's very isolated on this one boat. That's where all the action is. It's a bit and
then Lady Panther and Fishman with winged feet go to the island.
Wait, before that, she traps him onto the ship, and the and the heater is on.
Yeah, I just remembered that when you brought it up. Just goes to show how mindless this action can be.
What is that? Do you need a cup of water? I'm like, was that the big plan the whole time? Just turn up the heater. And all of a sudden he can't have powers. That was so bad.
And people complain about Superman's weakness being a green space rock.
Okay. And then they get to the island.
There we go. And the fight is definitely kind of easy.
It was kind of boring.
Yeah, and he easily surrenders because we know that she's not going to kill him.
Yeah, but before that, like, you know, like he stabs her with the sphere, and then she somehow survives that, and then she does some Wakanda forever, and then she burnt him, and he's still alive somehow from this big jet engine, and then she takes the spear to his neck, and then and then she surrenders, be like, oh no, this is not the way. Like, my brother would not do this, or something. And then they join forces. Be like, oh, I'll save your people.
Well, I mean, there is a scene afterwards in which one of the fish guards questions Fish King to why he would surrender that easily, and he reveals that he has some alternative means to this alliance.
Wait.
Which I'm guessing that they're saving for Black Panther 3.
Yeah. How did he live, but not Killmonger? How did this fish boy... Like, is he like an anti-hero in the comics or something? Like...
I don't know.
I have never heard of this dude before.
I mean, I think he's a Black Panther enemy, but Black Panther isn't underrated enough for me to read the comics.
Yeah. And then they join forces. Like, this dude like he flooded Wakanda and drowned your mama, and you spared him.
That's what you get for not sparing one of for not sparing that guard that one Wakanda lady killed.
Yeah. Kill him! For the love of God, kill him! And then
I mean, they could, if you don't want to kill him yourself, just have somebody else kill him.
Yeah. And then I have no memory of what happened towards the ending, like after all that fight. They wrapped some stuff up.
I think they're like sending Ironheart back to the States, and Lady Panther doesn't want her to take the Ironheart suit with her. And this is the point where I give the movie a 0 out of 10.
Like that Ironheart suit, that looks like it's straight out of a comic book. I don't know. It just looks so quirky.
I don't know. I think that was the point, and I honestly don't have a problem with it.
All right, yeah. I don't know. It just felt too cute. Like, it just felt too cartoony.
I've seen worse.
And then the ending.
Well, you're talking about the mid credits, right?
Well, we'll talk about like the tribute.
Okay.
So yeah, like her sitting, and then we get the footage of Chadwick from the first movie with them together, you know, in this brotherly
Right.
sister thing. It is sad. It was touching, and then the
It's-
credits roll, and I was like, okay, that was a good way to end it. That was a nice way.
Mid credits where she meets T'Challa's son.
And I was
because
like, ah.
apparently T'Challa had time to shack up,
Apparently, he had time to have a son.
which I guess they're saving for Phase 90.
See, this is a problem from, you know, the Thor movie, because Thor adopted a child, and it kind of like hinted like, oh, she's gonna be the next Thor in the 10 years, who knows? It's all right there. So, of course, T'Challa has a son right towards the ending. I'm like, oh. So that means, I guess she's not gonna be Black Panther for a while.
I guess in Black Panther 3 they'll pass the torch on to this kid.
Yeah. It's like, why are they bringing kids in and then kind of hinting they're gonna be the next generation of superheroes? It's, I was not having it. I did not want that at all.
I'm going to be completely honest, this is planning too far ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, what's going to happen if this kid grows up and doesn't want to be Black Panther?
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
mean, what if he wants to be White Tiger instead?
See.
Maybe if they introduce White Tiger into the MCU at some point.
They have to do something at this point. This movie was the last of the Phase 4, and yeah,
This-
yeah.
talk about an anticlimax, and that's coming from someone who has barely kept up with Phase 4.
Yeah, Phase 4 was a clusterfuck. Like,
Yeah, it's
Thor: Love and Thunder was the definition of a basic Marvel movie. It just,
that's something I didn't end up seeing.
which, yeah, if you saw it, yeah, you would be straight no, it's not worth it.
And this is why I'm gonna search up all the reviews I can of Ant-Man Quantumania before seeing that movie.
The one scene I loved, that I actually loved, was, you know, when they drink the herbal thing, put yourself in the sand, and then they go see their ancestors. I wasn't thinking, oh, there's no way there's gonna be a hologram of T'Challa or something. And then she went to the cousin, Michael B. Jordan, aka
Yeah.
Killmonger, the living legend. And then there's this back and forth talk about what do you do? What do you want to do that's right? Did you want to be as noble as T'Challa, or do you want to make a difference and do something right, like Killmonger? That really stuck to me.
And he was like, "You decide. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go and finish Creed 3."
Yeah. They killed him off, and the fish guy lives. This amazing Marvel villain should be top 3. You know, there's Thanos, there's Loki, there's Killmonger. Like, there's no other Marvel villain who reaches that sort of level.
Yeah, I mean, and even Thanos and Loki were able to be brought back after supposedly dying.
Yeah. You know why those two are good? Because they didn't die in their first movie or first appearance. Loki didn't die in Thor 1. Thanos didn't die in his first appearance.
You know,
Like,
if
there's
I-
built-in stuff, so Killmonger was that strong of a character that even when he died, it was badass for us to remember him as one of the best Marvel villains in the MCU. And I just, like, wished he would have come back in some way, some form. Like, I normally hate how cheesy it would be like, oh, bring someone back to life, even if they died. no matter what. But him is an exception, because he's that damn good of a villain.
Yeah, I mean, actually bring him back to life, Marvel.
Yeah. Do like a reverse herbal drink, and then just give it to him. And now he's back from the afterlife.
I mean, considering that Phase 4 was the start of the multiverse saga, you can find a way.
Yeah, pull him out of the multiverse.
Yeah.
Please.
I mean, you were able to... Apparently, that's how they're bringing back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Yeah, so do that.
Yeah.
But then you get the people who say, oh, why not bring back T'Challa? And I'm like, well...
Well, that'd be completely disrespectful to Chadwick.
Yeah. So that way they can't do everything. They can't bring back dead characters. And then you get those people saying, what about T'Challa? So the first movie was, wasn't the best to me. It has like a Lion King theme to it. But what was great about it was Chadwick Boseman and also Michael B. Jordan. They were the strong points of the movie. It was literally a yin and yang sort of situation. And they both know what they were doing was right, and they were clashing against each other. That was the entertaining thing.
Yeah, and both characters are gone due to character death and real life death.
Yeah, which was really sad and really tragic of what happened. And there was already a script made with, T'Challa in the movie. Then they realized they're gonna have to rewrite the whole thing because of Chadwick Boseman's death. But I feel like they should have not done that at all.
I mean, probably should have just canceled the whole movie entirely.
Yeah.
And make Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania the finale of Phase 4. Just like how Ant-Man was the finale of Phase 2.
Yeah, somehow.
which was considered to be the weakest phase before Phase 4 came along.
They always end weird every phase, like that movie, then that Spider-Man 2 one, and now this. The movie prior could have been the best ending. Like, I don't know, Endgame?
Yeah, I mean, are you really gonna end Phase 3 with the Spider-Man identity reveal cliffhanger? That's a bummer.
I don't know, I just feel like Endgame was the last proper exciting Marvel movie.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
I say this a lot, like, I always say, oh, this is the last movie I'm gonna watch. Even though I will come back every now and again, but I miss that feeling of being excited for a Marvel movie. I just don't get that anymore.
Yeah, and quite frankly, I'm now more of an Image Comics fan.
Which they should make movies, that would do good.
Yeah, I mean...
they should do Spawn.
Well, I mean, the Spawn reboot movie's been in the works for decades.
Yep. So as long as I remember.
Yeah, speaking of which, I Hate Fairyland #1, their new #1 came out today, and it inspired me to make my first YouTube short.
Yay.
Yeah, and that would probably make a good movie series or even an animated TV series.
That would do something. I think Marvel just need to switch it up. I think it's always still ticking the Marvel formula every single movie. And even they try to do something different like Doctor Strange 2, from what I heard, then people would shit on it for being different.
Yeah.
So they're kind of stuck in this simple formula they have to keep doing every time.
Yeah, can't people be glad that Sam Raimi's not ending his director career on Oz the Great and Powerful?
Which I didn't mind that one.
Yeah, I mean, but still,
But yeah, I get it.
just the Marvel needs to, get get some people that audiences can latch onto. For example, maybe they could hire me to write a Gwenpool movie.
You would like that.
Yeah, I know a perfect way for a Gwenpool movie to open.
You'll give them ideas and then they'll
Yeah.
find a way to butcher it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, with Gwenpool being a Marvel Comics fan in the comics, maybe have her be an MCU fan in the movies. And maybe she goes to see Avengers Endgame, but at the moment where it's the final battle, a lightning storm happens outside the theater, and once Tony Stark snaps his fingers, lightning strikes the cinema, which causes her to be pulled into the movie. And as Thanos is being turned to dust, the dust then forms into Gwenpool.
You really thought long and hard of this. I give you props for that.
Well, I find the right characters to geek out about, believe me.
Yeah. This movie was... I can't say it's terrible, but it's not great.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. For some people, it's okay. It's more disappointing. And, it's just these characters in the movie, I just never cared about them. And even in the first movie, they were not fun characters, they were not interesting. It was only T'Challa and Killmonger, they were the strong points. So, this movie is literally that movie without them.
Yeah, they carried that movie series like how Tom Hardy carried Venom.
Yeah, this is a side character movie. This is the side characters movie. Which they could have done better. They could have stripped 40 minutes of this movie, but it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, so in the end, if you really want to see a tribute to Chadwick, just find just only watch the beginning and ending parts that pay tribute to him.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to see.
Or watch the first movie. It's still fun.
Yeah. Yeah, just rewatch the first movie also.
Yeah. Darren, you should.
Maybe if I get Disney Plus for some reason, like maybe if I am that desperate to watch the Percy Jackson series.
Yeah, it's just I have no idea what they're gonna do with Phase 5, and it's not gonna be exciting.
Ant-Man for one, and also if Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is part of Phase 5, I'm only gonna see it to get some answers about Gamora.
Yeah. Why is Gamora?
Well, I mean, my guess is that my theory is that she disappeared to go work on Avatar 2.
Literally,
the
Avatar 2 is gonna be about fish people who are blue, and this is literally what we got here.
Avatar Book 2, Water.
I don't know if it was a coincidence or not, but...
And also, I find it funny that that the actress that played the Green Lady from Guardians of the Galaxy plays the Blue Lady in Avatar.
Yep.
So yeah, that's probably gonna be. So yeah, I guess Ant-Man and Guardians are gonna be my exception in terms of Phase 5. That I will, in terms of what I will go out and see.
Yeah, there'll probably be 3 more Tom Holland movies with Spider-Man, depending what they're gonna do. Like, you don't have to top, the last one. You don't have to. You can just make a chill one with a villain we haven't seen on the big screen yet. It's just be like that.
Yeah, give us Scorpion.
Yeah, I want
and-
to see Scorpion.
and Scorpio Venom.
Yeah, bring back Vulture. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, Vulture apparently got transported to the Sony Spider-Man universe in the mid-credit scene of Morbius. So
Okay.
they're clearly saving Vulture for a Sinister Six movie, a proper Sinister Six movie. That is.
Well, they probably won't do that till the sixth one, the sixth
I mean,
film.
I honestly think that Spider-Man 4 could have its plot right there. Maybe. Well, I mean, they already had J. Jonah Jameson. Just have him question why Spider-Man's so good at keeping his identity a secret, and then he hires Scorpion to try to find answers. And Scorpion gets stuck in his suit and becomes a villain and fights Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then Venom comes to help him out when he's in trouble. And he becomes stronger at fighting Spider-Man.
Just do that.
Yeah. Hey, Marvel Studios, get us to write your movies.
But let me look at Phase 4. All of the Phase 4 ones. Because you get stuff like, Eternals, the She-Hulk, stuff like that. Just want to see all of them.
Yeah, stuff that we don't really care about. And also it's the first phase with TV shows.
Which, not all of them land. Not all of them were hitting.
I saw a total of 0 TV shows in the MCU.
Okay. Black Widow was a bit too late. They could have made that in 2012 or 2013.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, some people like that, I heard. Eternals, no. Spider-Man, great.
Yeah, that's the only other one we saw.
Doctor Strange 2 was mixed. Thor, no. Black Panther 2, meh. I think that's all I see. But then they showed other stuff. Captain Marvel 2, Guardians 3, Blade. They're gonna ruin Blade. There's a thing there's a thing called Quantum Mania. And then
that's Ant-Man 3. That's as I said, that's
I
my one exception.
can't see the words on top. So it's just Quantum Mania, big words.
Alright.
Then Fantastic Four. So is it the end of Phase 4?
Yeah, Wakanda Forever is the end of Phase 4. I'm looking at the MCU wiki right now.
Yeah. The Disney Plus ones. WandaVision. Okay, Falcon Winter Soldier. I don't know.
Captain. Yeah, it's what I've been calling the Captain Falcon show.
Yeah. Loki. I don't know. What If? I don't know. Miss Marvel. I don't know. Hawkeye. I don't know. She-Hulk. No. Moon Knight. Had a good reception. And then Secret Invasion. Ironheart. I can't read that.
Well,
I am Groot.
They have an Ironheart. It's a TV show. You know what? In that case, never mind about her. Then I think.
Yeah, I think they're doing the show instead of the film.
Yeah. I think I'll only care about the character if they make her a movie character rather than a TV character.
Why put her in the movie if she's just gonna be on a show?
Nope, nobody's really gonna care about the show.
Yeah.
At least not people like me.
I think She-Hulk was just the final straw in Marvel.
Yeah,
It just left a bad taste.
well, as the tall vampire lady, Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village once said, "You've ruined everything."
I want to end it here. This is just too depressing.
The end.
This is Phase 4 of the Faded podcast. And then Phase 5 would be in 2023. where we'll just do a TV series of us paying taxes or something. I don't know. We'll like talk
Well,
about water, the best water brand companies. Dasani, F. Yvonne, S.
And also, maybe we'll only bring Ben back for a small cameo.
Yeah, so he can do his own little side podcast, which would be cancelled again. Alright, yeah, this is a hard skip for me. What about you?
Well, I don't know. I think that any idea that I have is just going to be canceled.
Like, were you glad you saw it, or was it a waste?
I'm glad I at least gave it a chance. Even then, I now know that that now that I've seen it, I never have to watch it ever again. And I eventually opened my Blu-ray of Aqua Teen Forever Plantasm and watched that and lived happily ever after. And we'll be talking about that next month, right?
Yeah, I'll get around to watch it, and then we'll talk
should.
about it. Of course, I'll be excited to watch that.
Yeah, that's a sequel that you will get into.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah. See, I'm full of energy now because we're talking about it. Gonna bring back some Aqua Teen.
Yeah, they definitely did a good job at making the homies say ho and making the girlies want to scream, but we're getting ahead of ourselves already.
The Aqua Teen would be the end of the Phase 4 of Faded, and then Phase 5 would be talking about the best ways to set up a fish tank, and the best filters to use for it, and the right heaters, just so they don't die.
Yeah.
And why Devil May Cry 2 was a decent game, and it should be respected among its peers.
Yeah, and why the engine and why Capcom should use that game's engine rather than using the RE engine for their games. And why they should use the Devil May Cry 2 engine in Resident Evil 9.
Alright, that's about it. I'm gonna put the sound effect. For the podcast with Darren and Oscar. Alright, bye bye.
See you soon.